Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Don't know about you lot, but I'm absolutely buzzing that this international break is officially over. There's no more England. Yes, we beat Scotland, great result, but there's still Harry Maguire scoring own goals. Southgate's still in charge. I'm not that excited about it. But Chelsea returning this weekend away at Bournemouth. If you're as happy and as excited as I am, hit the like button on this video. It may have been a difficult 2 weeks. I've been uploading a bit less because I feel as though with the way we feel about things right now, we can be patient, we can be excited about the future, we can believe in the project, but there's only so much of that I want to just throw out at you guys every day without it sounding monotonous, repetitive. But now that we've got the light at the end of the tunnel with this international break, I'm buzzing for Chelsea to return against Bournemouth at the weekend. Hit the like button if you do agree with me. Today, we're going to talk Nkunku, Reece James, Trevoh Chalobah, and then, let me check my notes, we're going to talk about strikers to end the video because there are some updates about Victor Osimhen's contract. Chelsea reportedly leading the race for Ivan Toney. It's too soon, isn't it? The window only shut bloody 2 weeks ago. But first things first, we've got a big giveaway coming once again. You guys know we gave away hospitality tickets to Chelsea-Liverpool at the start of the season over on the GBFC Telegram. The link is in the description. The Telegram is in partnership with Chelsea's trading partner Go Markets, but we're giving away a significant portion of money in an upcoming live stream. And if you're not in the Telegram, you will not be able to claim it and win it. So make sure you check out the link at the top of the description. But first things first today, we got some good news about Christopher Nkunku within his injury recovery. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Nkunku is still probably a couple of months away, maybe 2 or 3. Hang on a minute, this is raising some alarm bells here. I thought it was 2024. Chelsea feel this will be a crucial step in their season. Many at Chelsea believed he was going to be the signing of the season and would make the difference. 2 or 3 months here, says Fabrizio Romano, for the recovery and the return to the Chelsea team for Christopher Nkunku. Don't know about you lot, but when I saw that injury, we got the first reports about what the injury was, how long he was going to be out for. I was pretty convinced that we wouldn't see Christopher Nkunku play a competitive game in the new wonderful Chelsea shirt until earliest 2024. Turns out, when you get your fingers out and you do your maths for the rest of the year, we have got October, November, December, plus half of September. That's 3.5 months away. We might well see Christopher Nkunku, according to this report from Fabrizio, we might see him play for Chelsea around Christmas time at the earliest at this point. And for me, that is massive. When you look at all the things we've said about Chelsea lacking a bit of guile, impotent in front of goal, you add Christopher Nkunku into that, who can not only score you goals, but becomes that creator. At the moment, we've got all of these stats shrouding us saying, we're making great chances, but we're missing a lot. Christopher Nkunku in pre-season, he wasn't necessarily the advanced striker, but when Jackson wasn't putting it in, Nkunku was. And I think Christopher Nkunku, Chelsea as a club, Pochettino, we would have looked at him this season and been like, right, you're going to be that glue in the final third. We are missing him massively right now. We don't have a player with that ability, experience. So it's why we're missing out in the final third. And Nkunku being back any earlier than we initially thought he was going to be out for, don't know about you lot, but that gets me very excited indeed. Something that doesn't get me that excited though is Real Madrid and their persistence with Reece James. Reece James has a contract at Chelsea until 2028, as we see here in this tweet from Vince, blue_footy. Real Madrid don't want to give up on Reece James and are prepare yourselves for this, a €40 million bid next summer, even though they know that Chelsea don't want to transfer the right back who has a contract until 2028. And you've also got a tweet here that quotes Fichaje, which are once again a Spanish news outlet that aren't the most reputable. Reece James remains Florentino Perez's chosen one, and Real Madrid are already preparing a bid for the Chelsea captain. Let me get my thoughts on Chelsea selling Reece James straight out the gate here. We can't sell Reece James. I understand that at the moment there's like this little thing where academy players just seem to be like the little profit balls that we throw into the accounts because we're trying to sell Gallagher for any price. Chalobah, we couldn't do it, but they're still here. Reece James is the Chelsea captain for a reason. Reece James represents everything that I love about Chelsea. When I look at players that I want to be at my club, I look at players that see Chelsea as their destination, and they want to be here as much as I want to turn up and support them every week, even if that is from the other side of the bloody world, because I don't go to games anymore because I live on the other side of the world. Reece James, when he's fit and healthy, is, in my opinion, the best right back in world football. The issue, and the reason we have to entertain this as a conversation, is because Reece James's injury record is harrowing, it's worrying, and it is something where if a big bid was to come in from a Real Madrid, I think the way that Chelsea are being ran right now, if Reece James is out for, let's say, 75-80% of the season, I think we could be sitting here with uproar, because I think Chelsea would actually consider if Reece James continues to be out injured. There's also the flip side of that, which is, well, even if 40 million is a joke, which it's a flipping joke, Real Madrid won't be offering any kind of decent money for a player who's out injured 75-80% of the time. So with this one, I think it's simply a case of right now, Fishage are fishing for clicks and all that stuff. Reece James is a phenomenal player. Real Madrid want a long-term right back at the club. But I just think that there was an opportunity a couple of years back for Reece James to go to Real Madrid. He didn't go then. He's now the Chelsea captain. And as much as we can look at loyalty between players and clubs, and particularly Chelsea, and have questions about some of those stars that won us the Champions League, who we thought were going to be the faces forever, there are question marks over that. I don't believe anything anymore. But I would say this. I think Reece James is built a bit different. I think Reece absolutely understands that during this period of time at the club where we're still in transition, we're spending a lot of money, he is the gem. He's the diamond amongst the rough right now. And I think for Real Madrid to come in, as long as Reece doesn't continue to keep getting injured, the numbers got to be stupid for a player like Reece James with a contract until 2028. But I know that a lot of people, because of the reoccurrence of yet another injury, a lot of people are like, oh, just flipping cash in on him, sell him. We got Gusto, he's brilliant, he's good enough. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below, because I do think, as much as the source isn't something I fully trust, I do believe that Real Madrid will be in for Reece James in the next year or two. I really do. Let me know your thoughts on a potential sale. What would the price be? Do you want it to happen? Is it something that we might just have to accept is going to keep coming and knocking? It's Real Madrid. They're a massive club. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. We move, just for a little bit of news here. Multiple Turkish clubs are ready to move for Chelsea defender Malang Sarr before this Friday's deadline in Turkey. We actually should do a great job to try and get this one done. Malang Sarr is on astronomical wages compared to the new structure of wages at the club. Chelsea, mate, anyone comes in, Mr. Todd, Mr. Bedad, Mr. Lawrence Stewart, Paul Winstanley, any of you, you get an offer for Sarr, you got him for free, mate. Any single cash penny that comes in for this bloke, with the wages he's on, sell him. I don't think he's got a future at Chelsea. Just get it done. We move to discuss the treatment of Trevoh Chalobah, because there are rumours at the moment that Trevoh Chalobah has been told that he might never play for Chelsea again, and that the club's priority is to force a move away from Chelsea for him in January. Now, I've got a massive problem with this. I've got a big problem because I don't think Axel Disasi, who's the player that we've spent nearly 40 million on this summer, is a better defender right now than Trevoh Chalobah. I also have an issue with this because it seems to me, when you look at the way that we tried to sell Gallagher in the summer, Ian Maatsen, we'd have happily just sold him to Burnley, but Maatsen didn't want to go. We could have sold Trev. Forest wanted to pay the money, but Trev didn't want to go. Trevoh would have rather stayed here at Chelsea with all the centre-backs we've got and fought for his place than sign for Nottingham Forest. Fair play. My issue is, right, when you look at the way that Chelsea are treating these academy players right now, you do have no other way to look at this than to think, well, the way that the club is spending money, therefore we have to sell to stick within FFP. It seems to me as though academy players are just surplus because they have that potential to be that pure profit, to add to the books, to make things look better for Chelsea to pass FFP. We are more than happy to spend hundreds of millions as long as we can bring it all in because we've got a great academy to sell players. Lewis Hall's also gone this summer. To me, that's a massive concern. It's a concern about the way that the club is going to be seen as maybe a selling club for the future, not just for the academy, but when you bring in so many young players for so much money total, net spend, whatever, but still we've brought in so many players. Not all of them are going to be able to stay at Chelsea. So when you see players like Trev who have given everything, their whole lives, to be at Chelsea Football Club, I find it disgraceful that Chelsea can, at the end of the day, Pochettino will pick the team that he thinks is the best team. And I don't think Trev is the best centre-back. But I certainly feel as though he deserves to be treated with significantly more respect than what we're seeing from the club right now. I think the same for Connor. At the moment, he's being one of Chelsea's most important players. He's been one of the best players for us this year. But the club would do anything to get rid of him for the right price in the summer. And the same as Ian Maatsen. We're looking to sell him. Ian's the one who don't want to go. Now he can't flip and play. What's the point? I don't understand this. We're going to have to keep an eye on this treatment of these academy players. Again, thoughts from you lot in the comments down below. We finish with the news that Chelsea are leading the race to sign Brentford's suspended forward, Yves Antony, with moves being made behind the scenes to possibly get him in January. I absolutely love this. We've already spoken about it enough during this international window, but that is exactly where Chelsea need to prioritise spending money now. There's still a lot of youngsters, young Brazilians that Chelsea are linked with. We're trying to get deals done for this, deals done for that. In January, whether Nkunku is back fit or not, sign a flipping striker. Nicholas Jackson's got all the pressure on his shoulders right now because we know that with Broja being out now for a year, he's probably still not fully ready. We're expected to see him return in some capacity. No guarantees he comes back the same as what we saw before he got injured. So, right now, Chelsea's priority should be to get something ready for January when it comes to a top quality striker. Yves Antony is that. There is also a final little note to add here about strikers. Fabrizio Romano has said the feeling of sources is that Victor Osimhen will extend his contract at Napoli, but this deal will include a release clause already valid in summer 2024. Victor Osimhen, it's got to a point now where I've just seen so many players come into Chelsea, so little change so far, that I don't even get excited about the prospect or the potential of Victor Osimhen anymore. Because I do think, fundamentally, we've got to fix the inbuilt issues right now when it comes to just finishing and scoring and not getting injured and stuff at the club, for me to really be able to get excited about the future for signings. Let's work with what we got now. Make this work, because it's not at the minute. I'm confident that we will, and I'm confident that starts on Sunday against Bournemouth in the Premier League. Stay tuned tomorrow. We're going to be building up to this Bournemouth game in great detail to get excited again. It's Sunday, the match this weekend. It's an early afternoon kickoff, so it's a great time for me. The streams will be back, so stay tuned for that one. As I said at the beginning, make sure you're following the Telegram because we're going to be giving away 4 figures of moolah to you lot. So you might want to just go in there. I post content in there pretty regularly anyway, give you guys some trading tips and information about the teams I work with, Go Markets, Chelsea's trading partners. Check the link down below. Go and follow the Telegram group. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Come on, you Blues.